8:25 with Danny Pike in the morning for Tuesday the 23rd of April. Now, we were talking a lot about The Apprentice on the show last week, weren't we? Today, another reality TV show. It's Aldi's next big thing. It's on Channel 4, and that's because a toffee company from Brighton are on it tonight. If you didn't know how the show works, here's how.
Each year, thousands of food producers pitch their products to supermarkets, but very few make it to the shelves. Now Aldi are once again throwing open their doors to dozens of new suppliers.
It feels a bit mad, really, to be here.
Each with inspired and extraordinary products. Wow,
that is delicious.
I've had so much sugar. That could become bestsellers.
I do like the fact that it looks like a hat.
The prize? One enormous order to supply all of their stores nationwide.
Here's a little introduction to tonight's episode, dubbed Tuesday.
Next time, it's confectionery.
We're always looking to create that kid in a sweet shop moment.
I've had so much sugar.
If I had to explain to someone how badly I actually wanted it, you can take a limb off if you want.
Wow, it's a risk, isn't it?
I'm a chewer, not a sucker.
We've lost Julie.
Lesley and Corin Jeavons from Jeavons Toffee with me in the studio. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
Hi, Lesley. So tell us, first of all, about your toffee. What makes it different?
We are, to our knowledge, because obviously people claim things that can't be substantiated, but to our knowledge, we're the only people in the world that make vegan toffee that is equivalent to dairy traditional toffee.
And how do you do that? What's the magic ingredient?
Well, that if we told you that, we would have to,
I'd start my own toffee company if you told me. I suppose the proof is in the pudding. Does it give somebody who's eating it a similar sort of experience in terms of taste?
It does. It's we've been vegan for quite a long time, but before that we grew up with Toffos and Rolos and all of those products that were the sweet shop favourites of our childhood. And Corin likes to tinker in the kitchen, and he developed recipes on a par with traditional dairy toffee.
Is it basically removing the butter from it, Corin?
That's one step, and then it's replacing the sweetened condensed milk in it as well. And that was the trick.
Yeah, okay.
That's too much information.
but condensed milk was a real little treat when I was a kid. That would be like a whole dessert for us.
And out the can on its own.
Yeah, usually with extra sugar in it as well. Beautiful. All right, but I mean, this is a big prize to win. What would it mean for your business if Aldi took your product into its stores?
It would be a huge change, because a lot of companies are what you would call a laptop brand. So they are doing all the admin and trying to get the sales and the marketing done, but they actually get their products made elsewhere. Whereas we're a two-person factory, which means that a lot of our hours are actually producing our products. There's not a lot of time to market them. So to have exposure where we jump from several thousand people have heard of us to millions of people are going to see us on TV tonight is quite exciting.
How would you ramp up production, Corin? Have you got that far in your thought process yet? I mean, there's only 24 hours a day for you two.
Yeah, the challenge is can we make enough of it, and if we can't, can someone else? And
to your standards, of course, you don't want that to drop off, do you?
It's a nightmare.
Okay, well, I tell you what, when Aldi say yes, then you can worry about that a little bit, can't you? How did you come to this business then? Because I assume you haven't always been in the toffee making business, you two. So tell us about the process of getting here.
Well, I was working in London in a fashion studio as a photographer, and.
So not in the food business at all?
Nothing to do with food, nothing to do with toffee. It was just, I'd started playing around with recipes to make toffee for us at home. And that was where the seed was planted.
When you made some, my eyes lit up, and it just takes you back to, oh my goodness, this is the things that we ate before we were vegan, and there's nothing else like this on the market. People are going to go crazy.
Can I try some? You bought a little bag in here.
Do you have sugar this early in the morning, or have you been up for hours and it keeps you going?
Sugar would be good at this point, thank you. So this is a Jeavons hazelnut rabble that I pulled out of your bag. May I try this? Will I still be able to speak once I've had a bite of this, or my teeth going to be stuck together?
You might be glued up a little for a second.
Well, not in a bad way, because people think of toffee. So if you chew while I talk,
okay.
People think of toffee as the hard hammer toffee, and that's a slab of hard hard toffee, but people forget that toffee is an ingredient in confectionery. So a Rolo, people don't say, oh, I don't like Rolos or I don't like Quality Street. It's toffee is an ingredient, and depending on how high you boil the sugars depends on how hard or soft it is. So that's chewy rather than hard.
Oh God, this is really nice.
Good.
I'm gonna have to finish this during the headlines. Won't be able to speak afterwards. But there we are. I mean, these are sort of shaped like a Twix, but there's no biscuit base. It's the toffee at the bottom, and then there's some biscuity bits in the mix, and on the hazelnuts, of course.
Hazelnut bits. There's no biscuits involved. It is confusing for some people because we all eat with our eyes, and the Rabble bars, they're a 2-finger pack, just like a Twix. But yeah, it's not a Twix.
No biscuits. It's
biscuits.
Hazelnut and your vegan toffee.
Cutting to the good stuff of the chewy caramel toffee and the nuts and chocolate.
Okay, so we'll see you on Channel 4 tonight. What was it like going through that process and meeting their buyers? And this is kind of potentially a pivotal place for your business.
Yeah, it was such a good opportunity because, as I say, it takes so much time to get to buyers, and there's producers and there's supermarkets, and there is a whole maze of a world in between of buyers and trade shows and websites and people that want to lead you down an alley and charge you lots of money for help. So to get from there to there is a huge journey. So to have this exposure as a big shortcut when you can't afford the time or the money for all of that, it's just so good to get us up there, seen by lots of people on Channel 4.
Okay, we'll look out for you tonight. Don't tell us what happens next, but I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming in this morning. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
That's Lesley and Corin Jeavons, and their Jeavons vegan toffee. Look out for that on Channel 4 tonight. Aldi's next big thing.